By the time this video is uploaded, the transfer will probably have been completed, but at this point while I'm recording, Madueke has left the US and is back in England to complete his medical to become an Arsenal player. And the internet, well, especially football Twitter, or X if you're an Elon fanboy, had some funny memes and tweets which went viral, which is the norm for nearly every football signing nowadays. But the reason why I'm making this video is the reaction of the Arsenal fan base.
I'm telling you right now, we're gonna win the Champions League!
Dubbed as probably the most delusional fan base ever, Arsenal fans' take on this is just shocking. And this summer in general, the fans had to endure a lot, but their reactions have been far from graceful. After all that's come out, to have one signing make you act like this is wild. And so, in this video, I'm going to go through all of Arsenal's controversies this summer I've seen online and list 4 reasons, while debunking all of them, to prove why Arsenal fans are deluded. Let's get into it. Let's start off with no to Madueke. Let's get the obvious out of the way. Yes, £50 million is a lot for a rival club player who hasn't had a convincing season. I get that. But let's not pretend this isn't the first time Arsenal has signed a Chelsea player. I mean, in the past 5 years, including Kepa, who has already joined this summer, Arsenal has purchased or loaned 5 players for a combined cost of £80 million. And let's be honest, especially with this guy, these players have not lived up to their potential at the Emirates and not stepped up to their price tag. Okay, so his price tag may not make sense, but what about his performance? Last season, Madueke played a total of 33 games, scored on 8 occasions and assisted 4 times. And Arsenal's wingers, Martinelli played 32 games in the league, scoring 7 times and gaining 3 assists, while Saka, who was injured for a big part of the season, played 25 games, scored 6 and assisted 10 times. Sounds realistic, right? There doesn't seem to be much of a difference here. Right? Well, I may have lied to you about those stats as I switched Martinelli and Madueke's stats. In reality, Madueke had a game, an assist, as well as a goal less. And look, I don't want to be a stat merchant, but this really doesn't have that much of an influence. Also, I believe a reason for Madueke's price tag being that high is because he's still pretty young. He's only 23 years old, and just because you have Yamal out here putting out Ballon d'Or performances before he's even allowed to legally drink champagne at Barcelona's La Liga celebrations, 23 is still an age where players can improve and still become ballers. I mean, Arsenal fans are on their knees begging for the Gyökeres transfer to go through, while at 23, Gyökeres was still playing for Coventry City in the Championship. Madueke is also a part of the England national team and can play on either side of the pitch, allowing their main star boy to still play or have a guaranteed backup option. Anyways, I hope I've got my point across now, and I think it's pretty pathetic to show so much hate towards a player who has performed at roughly the same level as your own wingers. Okay, let's move on to Arteta. I mean, in typical football fashion, fans can and will switch up on you fast. Not to take Reddit as the gospel, but I found this Reddit post here from 3 months ago where Arsenal was still in the Champions League race, and nearly every comment is praising Arteta as a very good manager. The only thing that he is missing is trophies. Which is true. So how is it now? After coming second in the league and losing to the Champions League winners in the semi-finals, Arsenal fans are vandalising their own club murals, spray painting Arteta out and other insults. I mean, I do agree on one hand that coming second doesn't mean much, and a good performance doesn't win you a trophy, but at least your team isn't struggling to qualify for the Champions League anymore and is always a contender when it comes to a big trophy. I mean, if you wind back the time, Arsenal was never really top 4 in England for years and almost viewed as a joke. While now they have a manager who has also been a bit unlucky when it comes to injuries in the squad. And yeah, Arteta is often delusional, but honestly, to be one of the best, you have to be slightly delusional. Obviously, I don't agree and see eye to eye with everything Arteta does, and if he hadn't been an Arsenal player, I believe he would have gotten the sack a long time ago. I mean, other Premier League managers have gone for way less, but to switch up on your own manager in this fashion is diabolical. Okay, now enough on Arteta, let's head over to the next point, which I think is proper delusional: buying Rodrygo. There are rumours going around saying Rodrygo would apparently want to sign for Arsenal over Liverpool and Chelsea, but other than Real Madrid stating that he is welcome to leave the club, Arsenal hasn't moved a muscle. No bid, no official statement, no nothing yet. With a billion euro buyout clause and a 106 million euro price tag, it seems unlikely that Arsenal will be able to buy him. With clubs like PSG or the Saudi teams being able to afford this, why the hell do Arsenal fans believe he's destined to play at the Emirates? It just doesn't make any sense. Why the Brazilian, who in the past few years has won the most prestigious trophy in club football multiple times, and the La Liga and so on, would move to Arsenal? Even without the signing of Madueke, Arsenal really needs a striker first, not another winger. So if they really are serious about Gyökeres, they should be happy they're not spending all their cash on the Brazilian, but saving it to sign the Swedish striker. It just seems weird to me that the fan base believes that it's such an obvious choice for Rodrygo to make when he has so many options available and could move to almost any other club in the world that has the cash and an open position on the left wing. And finally, a very controversial delusion: protecting Thomas Partey. The amount of posts I've seen protecting Partey from what he has been charged with is wild. I mean, it's not like the Mason Greenwood case where there was like photo evidence and the player got suspended almost immediately, but cases such as Sigurdsson show how effective clubs can take action. And let's not beat around the bush, it's not just one count of this, but 5 counts. Also, since 2022, he's been arrested and questioned by the police and had to be bailed a total of 7 times, while he was still actively playing for Arsenal. Why has this only why has this only surfaced now that he's no longer with the club as soon as his contract was over? But Arsenal hushed all this up. Not a word was said, and Arsenal fans still have the nerve to protect this player. I mean, sometimes in football you just need to take a step back and remove the shirt of the player and look at them as a human, and then take their actions into account before blindly supporting someone that has violated the rights of a person who could be someone's sister, mother or daughter. I mean, looking back at this video, it's almost chilling to see how this was all covered up and some Arsenal fans are still blinded. Obviously, in almost all reasons that I've mentioned, especially the last one, there are some level-headed Arsenal fans out there that are calling out their own club for their behaviour and are not jumping on the bandwagon to blindly support whatever the majority of the fan base is promoting, but unfortunately, their side just isn't heard or reported on as much as the other takes. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I know I went in on Arsenal fans today, and I usually don't make videos like this. I just felt like I was getting flooded with bad takes whenever I read comments of football articles, news or videos that I was looking at. And if you like the video, even if you're an Arsenal fan, please leave a like and also leave a comment, as I'll be looking forward to keeping the discussion going in the comments. See you in the next one. Bye.